She said, "Stop acting like we're married. You don't get a say in where I go or who I'm with." Everyone laughed. I smiled, stayed quiet, felt the floor tilt. When she came back from her weekend, her key failed. The neighbor told her exactly why. My girlfriend Jessica and I disagreed about basic reality. I believed living in someone's house meant partnership and shared respect. She believed she was a star and I orbited, small and helpless. We were together 2 years. She lived in my house 6 months. My name sat on the mortgage, the bills, the door plaque. The plaque read the Wilsons. She bought it without asking. It was bold, reckless, wildly optimistic. I tried to keep a quiet, ordered life. I worked from home, graphic designer, headphones and coffee. 2 good friends, simple habits, frozen pizza on Fridays. Jessica lived for spectacle and applause. Her audience was her 3 friends, my private harpies. They were Tiffany, Brittany, and the third one, always loud. I called her Chardonnay in my head, it fit. The trouble started last weekend in the kitchen. Jessica waltzed in, phone to ear, already dressed. She shouted into the call like a stage actress. "Oh my God, yes, I am so in," she said. "A weekend away is exactly what I need." "No, he's not coming, don't be ridiculous." She hung up, beamed like I should cheer. "Good news, the girls and I are going to the lake, leaving tomorrow." It was news to me. "Oh, okay," I said, stirring the sauce. "Sounds fun. Which lake are you all heading to?" A simple question, normal for partners. She stared like I spoke dead languages. Tiffany walked in, perfume and judgment loaded. "Can you believe him?" Jessica said, rolling her eyes. "He wants to know where I'm going." Tiffany scoffed, looked me over like bad furniture. Jessica planted her hands on her hips. Then she delivered the line, polished and cruel. "Stop acting like we're married. You don't get a say in where I go or who I'm with." The harpies gathered, laughter exploding across the tiles. They howled like it was the best joke. I held the spoon, sauce dripping on the floor. I did not yell, I did not argue. Calm spread through me, cold and complete. My brain's fixer packed its bag, walked out. I looked at her smile, then emptied mine. "You know what?" I said, voice even, pleasant. "You are 100% correct, my mistake." They laughed harder, sure I folded. Jessica patted my cheek, smug and careless. Then they swept out toward cocktails and noise. I stood alone, sauce bubbling, clock ticking. "Okay," I whispered, a new plan forming. Not married, no say, rule accepted. The weekend would be fun, not for her. Update 1. Jessica's car vanished Friday, glitter and Risset on board. I moved the moment the street went quiet. First strategy, not boxes, not brooms. I headed next door to Mrs. Gable. She smiled, roses behind her, eyes sharp. She was 80, a widow, kind and relentless. She saw everything our street did in detail. I brought lemon cake, her favorite, for fuel. We talked weather and sinful squirrels. "I have a situation," I said, leaning forward. "I need your help, a small bit of theater." Her eyes lit, drama washing over her. I told her Jessica's exact words. "Stop acting like we're married," I repeated, letting them hang. Mrs. Gable patted my hand, outrage rising. "That shameless little hussy," she said, voice steel. "Don't you worry, Tom, leave it to me." I gave her a simple script for Sunday. When Jessica returned, locked out, she would perform. Act surprised, offer a few choice facts. She nodded like opening night awaited. I went home and began reclamation, deliberate and thorough. Operation Bachelor Pad Resurrection, Phase 1, pack everything. Beige pillows, pointless bowls, half-printed art, all gone. I labeled boxes with a thick marker. Everyday clothes, then fancy clothes for fancy outings. Next, magic sparkly dresses, glitter everywhere, my favorite. 37 pairs of heels, a podiatrist's nightmare. Makeup and skincare became face paint and various goops. By Saturday, every trace sat boxed and stacked. 2 movers hauled everything to storage, 10x5 FT. I paid 1 month, generous given the rules. Then I redecorated like I meant it. Beige rug rolled up, AstroTurf football field rolled down. Sterile couch sold, recliner sofa arrived, 16 cup holders. The coffee table became a vintage pinball machine. It did not work, but it glowed. The bedroom lost the macrame, gained a bare poster. A grizzly catching salmon, teeth bright, water flying. It felt right, blunt and honest. Saturday afternoon delivered my best idea. I visited the shelter, said I would look. I came home with Gus, 120 pounds, St. Bernard. He drooled, thundered, and slept like a log. He claimed the new leather throne within minutes. Snored like a lumberjack, shook the windows. The house felt alive, unapologetic, mine again. I drank a beer, smiled at the mess. I changed every password, every small lock. New Wi-Fi became get your own Wi-Fi, blunt. Password, not married, lol, simple and direct. I waited with Gus, the storm coming. Update 2. Sunday around 9:00 p.m. The doorbell pinged. Jessica, tan, humming, sauntered toward my door. She slid the key in, found steel. The new deadbolt held steady, indifferent. She jiggled, sighed, then banged with mounting anger. Gus raised his head, rumbled once, slept. The phone vibrated on the pinball glass. I sipped beer, declined 5 calls. Tom, open the door, she yelled, fists bruising. What is wrong with you? My key isn't working. I stayed silent, the show unfolding perfectly. 5 more minutes, then footsteps paced. Right on cue, the porch light next door. Mrs. Gable appeared, housecoat, watering can ready. Oh, Jessica, dear, is that you? She called. Her voice blended concern and delight. Mrs. Gable, thank God, Jessica said, rushing closer. I can't get in, my key isn't working. Is Tom home? The lights are on. Oh, Tom's home, Mrs. Gable said, nodding. He had the most wonderful weekend, a transformation. Transformation? What are you talking about? Jessica snapped, eyes flashing. He told me the good news, Mrs. Gable said. He said you two aren't married, not bound. He said he doesn't get a say, nor you. So he celebrated freedom and redecorated, very rugged. Jessica stared, mouth open, breath shallow. And the best part, Mrs. Gable continued, nearly giggling, he got a dog, a big, beautiful boy. Gus, loyal, loving, and never talks back. Jessica pressed her face to my window, desperate. From the couch, I watched her eyes widen. She saw turf glow and sleeping mountain. Gus snored louder, owning her spot. Her phone flashed, text storms and capital rage. I sent one message, clean and final. You said to stop acting like we're married. You said I don't get a say. I agree, this is my house, my rules. Your property is safe in storage, non-marital handling. 123 Storage Way, Unit 42, Code 1234. You have 1 month, have a great life. I blocked her number, finished my beer. She read, screamed, threw her phone on the lawn. Tiffany arrived, headlights bright, collected the wreckage. They left, smoke trailing behind pride. The next day brought predictable online fog. Vague quotes about betrayal and strong, independent women. Sad music, filters, hashtags, hollow stories. I had one more card to play, final update. Their posts were dull, recycled, painfully generic. I waited 2 days, then posted quietly. Private page, mutual friends only, no arguing. I shared a small photo album. First, my living room a month ago. Beige couch, empty bowls, dentist waiting room tension. Caption, before, simple and sharp. Second, my living room now. Leather throne, football turf, pinball glow, Gus sprawling. Caption, after, clear as noon. Final, a selfie with Gus, both happy. Caption, new decor for new status. Not married, no say, freedom embraced. The bomb went off without noise. Gus's face disarmed everyone instantly. Friends laughed, the story spread with context. Pity for Jessica flipped to clarity, not psycho boyfriend, not sudden cruelty, truth. Girlfriend mocked partnership, then met consequences. Harpies went silent, pictures louder than speeches. Jessica's aftermath turned heavy and fast. Tiffany housed her 1 week, then snapped. Complaints and no rent wore thin quickly. Jessica moved back with parents 3 hours away. A lawyer letter arrived, grasping and sour. Demands for access, claims of wrongful homelessness. My lawyer mailed mortgage, lease, and totals. He asked about 6 months unpaid living. Rent, utilities, food, the non-marital consumption ledger. We never heard back from counsel. A month later, the dog park delivered comedy. Chardonnay approached, hesitant, eyes soft. Hey, Tom, she said, shifting her weight. I'm sorry about that night, we were awful. I shrugged, the past already filed. Jessica said it herself, I believed her. Yeah, she's a lot, Chardonnay sighed, defeated. Her parents are making her get a job. She blames you for ruining her life. She looked at Gus, goofy and glorious. Honestly, you look like you're doing fine. She was right, brutally and beautifully right. My house breathed again, my home returned. The pinball still failed, but glowed perfectly. Gus was the best roommate imaginable, loyal, funny, and unbothered by my cooking. I learned a simple, sharp lesson. Believe people when they show themselves. Jessica told me exactly who she was. I agreed finally and stepped aside. She said I didn't get a say, now she does not in mine either.